Hello, hello, hello! You're tuning into another episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's second topic, it might just be that Bateman actually gets traded. Look, I was coming out of work, right? Short story. Coming out of work, looking forward of that freedom. Anybody that works, you know what this feeling is. When you work somewhere for 8.5 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, once you get outside that building and your eyes gaze upon the vehicle in which brought you there, and the fresh air all of a sudden that you've been breathing all throughout the day becomes cleaner, fresher, smells better, I then hurriedly galloped to my vehicle. Entered it. Because it's in Florida, I immediately turned on the air conditioning, opened my phone, and what did I see? More Bateman news. Now look, I actually, with the stuff with Marlon Humphrey, I don't take that seriously, even though it's another gem. And a lot of people don't understand why that means something. I'll explain to them in a little bit. But another gem from this, and sometimes, and I always tell these people, sometimes where there is smoke, there's just plain fire. There's just too much right now revolving around Rashod Bateman's name, and it makes me come to the realization more and more that most likely they're going to try to trade him at draft time, get from under him, and then move in a different direction with somebody else. I truly do believe that. I just don't believe that they're going to keep him. I just don't. And I think that the thing with Marlon Humphrey, I think the Bateman news was dying down. With Marlon Humphrey doing that, I think the higher-ups or EDC called him and was pretty much like, bro, you gotta cut that out. Because here's the thing. Bateman is chock full of talent. That's undeniable, right? He's very talented. And if a team could be like, yo, what do you want for him? Right? But if we look like we want to keep him, then it's like, listen, we really like him. I mean, yeah, but what would you give up for him? Like, I don't know, a third, maybe a second. And if a team really wants him that bad, it's like, all right, I'll give you a second pick for him. And then, boom, they got Rashod Bateman, and all of a sudden we got another second-round pick. I can honestly see something along those. Now, it could be much lower. I'm just giving you an example. But now more than ever, it's looking like Bateman might not be here next year. And it could be like they're building him up. Oh, yeah, we love him. We love having him. He's amazing, blah, 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 blah. But they're moving around his locker. You're hearing more that Bateman took down the stuff off of his page for the Ravens. It's just too many. You know what this sounds like? Hollywood Brown. And I remember when that was happening, people was making fun of me about it. They're like, yo, that's not happening. That's not gonna, bro, like, you guys are acting like, what's it called? Like, that's not going to happen and stuff like that. And Hollywood is a staple. Why would they give up Lamar's favorite target? And bye-bye, Mr. Hollywood Brown. And then everyone's like, oh, but it was great because we got a first-round pick out of it. So that's what I'm saying. You have to be able to make it look like you still want the player to try to get as much capital for him as possible. And that could be also why Bateman's not with the team. There's a lot of, you start looking into things more, right? Because once again, where there's smoke, there's fire. So you start looking into these things and start wondering, like, bro, is this really how it is? But that's how it starts to look. So, I'm sitting there and I'm just going through the whole thing. And I can only imagine if the Ravens somehow got a second round pick out of Bateman on draft day. And I don't think a lot of Ravens fans would be mad about that. Personally, I really don't. I can see some of them that after the second year Bateman went down, absolutely finding solace in this. I can see them sitting behind their keyboard just like this. The Joker, bro. And I'm dead serious. I feel that way. Because you got to understand that it's like people have become a lot of Raven fans have become fed up with Bateman and now, mind you, that's not me. I still believe the man has talent. The only thing I said was I wanted backup. Like, I didn't want them to put all their eggs in the Bateman basket. But there's a large or a conglomerate of Raven fans that are tired of the Rashod Bateman experiment. They're willing to move on. And look, I look at things from always two sides. I can understand. They're like, bro, like I'm tired of this. Let's just move on and try something different. Maybe he needs to change the scenery. And that can honestly be what it is. Like, this could be one of those things where everybody wins. Bateman goes to another team, balls out of control, and we get an amazing player in the second round that we're like, bro, you fit us, and he just hits the ground running. And then everybody wins, you know? And there's no hard feelings. There's no hatred. It's just we move forward. You know what I'm saying? So that's there. That's there too. But I'm not. Listen. I share no hate for Rashod Bateman. Like I said before, I think of him as a faster Stephon Diggs' potential. And if anybody has watched Stephon Diggs, the man is an absolute route monster. And he takes off the top. He does great intermediate. Does great short. Guy. He does it all. He's a true volume receiver that gives you your bang for your buck. So, yeah, I just think that he has, and I think he's faster than Stephon Diggs. So, you know, that's where I'm at with him. If we keep him, great. If we don't, okay. It is kind of what it is. But at this point is what can the Ravens get back in return for him if that's the road that they go down. Because, look, I swear, when I read that, I'm like, bro, he put this out. You know, like, because Humphrey, like, he never, like, that's the biggest thing with Marlon. He don't read the room. Like, it's like he does not have the ability to read the room. Like, you ever seen him at the games when they're on the plane and they be looking like they dead tired or don't want to talk, and he'll just shove the camera right in their face. Hey, you look like you want to. They're looking at him like, huh, you look so excited. Talk to the fans. And they're like, bro, like, just had 8 back spasms. Like, I don't want to say nothing to nobody. So he doesn't read the room. So I think that this Rashod Bateman stuff is going over his head, and I think somebody literally, I don't know if this happened. I'm thinking that's what happened. Somebody from higher up said, yo, yeah, retract that. So he had to say, oh, yo, you know, everyone's looking into it and blah, blah, blah. It meant absolutely nothing. But teams know. Teams are like, bro, ED's probably looking at Marlon like, bro, why is your mouth so big? Oh, that's a big pause. Oh! Yo! But what do you guys think? Do you think Rashod Bateman's going to be here at the ending of draft? And if he isn't, what would you want in return for him? That's the next question I have to ask for you. And let me know what you think like about that at the bottom of the comment section, all right? Just comment it and let me know. Because I really want to know where people's coming at with that. Because you know where I'm coming at from it. But as always, that's the episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. And now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I love the comments. If you have not done so already, check out the Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and stuff like that, right? Look right here. Bottom of the screen. QR codes to a CashApp. Cash is located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nectar, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Maybe like Rashod Bateman. Yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.
Oh, oh.